there are times on your test where you need to take a word problem about percents and turn it into algebra in order to solve it. Now, from my experience, I know that a lot of people are not very good at this, unless you're probably an econ major, finance, engineering. Those majors tend to do really well on percent questions, and they don't need this instruction. But those of you that don't, you probably haven't done percent questions since high school, very likely. So there is a formula that will help you get your word problem into your algebra so you can solve it, and here it is. Is over of equals percent over 100. Essentially what we're doing is we're setting up a proportion. Part to whole equals part to whole. So then what you can do is you can just use this formula, having this memorized, and plug in the correct things. So we have 3 problems here. We're going to do each one. The first one says 12 is what percent of 48? Now, some of you might have just been like, oh, I know, 25%. Great, if you know. But let's figure out how to do the math. Sometimes the numbers might be harder. So we're going to use this formula. We're going to start by writing the equal sign and the 2 fractions. Then we're going to put in 100 on the bottom of the right side. And then we just look at the pieces. 12 is, so the is goes there. What percent, so I'm missing the percent, of 48. So of 48. So of goes on this side. So 12, or part to whole equals part to whole. Now, just to finish this off, you can always solve a proportion like this by cross multiplying. You say 48 times x equals 12 times 100, then divide each side by 48, and you've got x equals 1200 divided by 48, which comes out as 25. You can also reduce really quickly. That reduces 100 over 4 is 25. So that's the first one using this formula. So let's do 2 and 3 also. So number 2. So let's start by writing the equation. Put the 100 on the bottom of the right side. So 15 is 150%, so percent goes there, of what number? So I'm missing the of part. So I have my equation. I cross multiply. 150x equals 1500. Divide each side by 150. And you're left with x equals 10. Okay? And let's do the final one. So well, let's start by writing our equation. Put 100 on the bottom. What number is, so I'm missing the is part now, 7%, let's put the 7 in, of 300. So the of part is 300. So cross multiply 7 times 300 equals 100x. Divide each side by 100. X equals 21. Okay, so those are just some basics. If you have this formula, you can take these story problems about percent and get them into the algebra so you can solve them. So that's just a quick hint to help you on your test.